Hey everyone, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their daily chart. It's important to know these areas before you buy any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. And also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options trading, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with this channel and support and resistance. Now, just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. And I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use that link to start an account and you will get 2 free stocks. I also provided my link for Robinhood. You could use that link to start an account and you will get 1 free stock. And just to let you guys know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation for a video, leave a comment below and I will try to get to it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. Okay, so let's get into the market. Today is October 26, 2021. It is Tuesday. You can see we are having a green day in the market. The S&P is up 0.31%, the Dow is up 0.18%, and the NASDAQ is up 0.15% so far today. So hopefully everyone's having a good day today and you continue the rest of the week green in your trading. So let's get into the stock I wanted to take a look at. I wanted to go over Nano today, NNDM. I've done a few videos on this one in the past. I'll provide a link in the upper right hand corner to the most recent one, so you could go back and check that video out to see how I got to where my chart is today. You should be seeing that link right about now, and you could go back and look at that if you would like. But at the time of this recording, Nano is trading at $5.94 today. It is up 16 cents, which is the equivalent of about 2.77% on the day. On the week, this stock is up 2.41%. In the past month, this stock is still down 1%. And in the past 3 months, this stock is still down 6.79%. In the past year, it is up still 87.31%. So you still have good returns if you got in over a year ago. As you could see from the chart, looking back to around this area on the chart here, going back to around, September of last year here, you could see we had a low right here of $1.31, and right around that time is when this stock really started to take off. You could see it kind of bottomed out there, kind of set up a little bit of a base, and then it just started to take off. It started making higher highs and higher lows, and it got into a very nice uptrend, and it just really just took off. Went going straight up in a very nice trend, and it reached a 52-week high of $17.89, and it hit that on January 26th of earlier this year. And right around the time of the beginning of this year is when the growth stocks and every SPAC pretty much topped out. You could see this chart does have a double top pattern. As you could see, it hit that 52-week high of 1789 on January 26th, and it also tried to retest it on February 10th. It didn't quite get there. Let's see what the high was on February 10th. That was $17, it looks like. Yes, $17. So it couldn't quite get back up to those highs, and then after that retest and not getting back up to that high, that is when the stock sold off. That's when we had that correction in the NASDAQ, and that's when every growth stock like this one and speculative play and all the SPACs started selling off. We had everything kind of top out, and a lot of these charts look similar to this one. You kind of have a head and shoulders pattern here, with the head in the middle. You have a shoulder over here. You kind of got a shoulder over here, and it just kind of bled out, slow bleed out throughout this year. And, these stocks are starting to recover a little bit, throughout the end of this year. So we'll keep an eye on this. All right. Let's go over the chart and then we'll get into what's been going on recently. At the top of my chart here, let me zoom in for you guys so you guys could see this. I have a resistance point around, let me move this up because I don't have it exactly where it needs to be. It's around $16.77. That is the point at where this stock has closed at, but it's never been able to close above that point. We've reached above their intraday, but we've never been able to close above $16.77. So around this area, if we're able to get to this point and close above there, we probably will move on to see new all-time highs. So we need to get back to this point, $16.77. We need to see a daily candle close above there and hold, and we should be able to move on to new highs, okay? Because we've never been able to close above that point. We've been above their intraday, a couple times, but we've never been able to close above there. All right. Now going down our chart, we had really no consolidation between that point and right around here, around $11.60. You could see no consolidation around these areas on the way up or the way down. So that is where I put my next line. That is going to be resistance coming back here. You could see it was resistance, a little bit of resistance on the way up. So when we had the initial bounce on the way down here, we had a bounce coming down and then it went straight up and we got rejected off of that $11.60 area right in here. So that will be resistance if we do make it back up to this area. So we'll keep an eye on that point if we ever make it back to these highs up here. Okay, so we'll just have to keep that in mind on our chart there. And also an area to keep in mind here, let me zoom in for you, is this gap right here that it left behind on the way down. And that is between $15.14 and $15.41. You can clearly see the gap that was left behind. And we all know that on daily charts, usually gaps get filled in eventually. So we'll be looking to see that gap get filled in the future. All right, so we'll watch that and hopefully we'll make it back up to that area to fill that gap in very soon. All right, now going down our chart, we had resistance on the way up. You could see the consolidation around this level of $9.30. So on the way down, we did not really have support, but now we have resistance at that level. Okay, so when we found our base finally down here, we had a bounce off of the base, and then around $9.30 is where we're finding resistance. So that's going to be a key point to look for, going forward, is this $9.30 level. You could see right in here, which was in April, around the end of April, we made it up to that level and we got rejected off of that level on this one-day rally that we had here. You could see this big red candle. That was a one-day pop that we had, and it looks like we made it up to that $9.30 area, and that's where we fell off from. So also, we made it up to that area right in here, which was the end of June, beginning of July here, and we also got rejected off of that area. So that's 2 times getting rejected from that area. So we'll need to get past that area because that's going to be acting as resistance also. So we'll keep an eye on that in the future. Now going down our chart, you could see all the way from the top, we came all the way down to this level right here. $5.40 is where this stock finally bottomed out at. Okay, we finally found a base here at $5.40. That is a long way from $17.89. So you lost a lot of value here on the way down from that correction that happened back in February through May. And, a lot of value was lost in the stock price. But you could see we finally made a base here. And we're starting to bottom out and the stock is starting to straighten out. Okay, we're not just heading straight down anymore. And you can see from my chart, I have a red trend line that I've had on my past couple videos. It looks like the same chart pretty much as I've been showing you guys. The stock was making lower highs and lower lows as a descending triangle formation going into a support area. So that's called a descending triangle. And, the stock was going to have to make a decision by October 15th here. It looks like it has broken out of that descending triangle. Instead of breaking below our support here, the stock has broken above the trend line here and has made its way upwards. So instead of breaking lower below that $5.40 support, this stock is going higher, and it looks like it's starting to make an uptrend here. So I'm just going to go ahead, throw the moving averages up here so we could take a look at what those are looking like, see if we are gaining any momentum off of those. And you could see that we have our 200-day up here in the yellow sitting at $6.51 currently. Our 50-day is in the blue. We're above that. We got above that a couple days ago, so that is a very good sign. Zooming in, our 21-day moving averages is in the light blue. We're above that, so that is a very good sign for momentum. We're above our 8-day. That's also a very good sign for momentum. So everything is looking good. We don't really have any resistance right now, except for that 200-day moving average, which is at $6.51. So if we can get past that, I would say we are looking good for that $9.31 area. Now, let's switch over to our weekly chart and see what we could find out there with our moving averages. Now, as you can see from our weekly chart, we're going to have a couple moving averages that might get in our way here. 21 period moving average might act as resistance on our weekly chart. That is sitting at $6.44, so we'll need to bust past that. And also, as you could see, our 8 period moving average in the white here has been acting as resistance on the weekly chart. So first, we're going to need to close above that before anything, because you could see we get to that 8 period moving average every week since about the middle of September, or actually it looks like going back to the beginning of September here, and we can't close above it. We fail to close above it since the beginning of September. So every time we get to it, we get rejected off of this 8 period moving average in the white here, and we always close below it. So this week will be huge going forward, because we are above it right now. So we need to maintain and hold above that if we want to move forward any further with this rally. So we'll have to keep an eye on this 8 period moving average on our weekly chart for the rest of the week. We're going to want to see this thing close above this, hold and close above this for the week, and then we'll have to move on to this 21 period and then the 50-day, and then ultimately we're going to want to see this thing get up to that $9.30 area of resistance, okay, to continue the rally here. So that's just my ideas on NNDM. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up for me. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.